day.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 18 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. He's got Smith here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Hurts. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The kick by Parkey is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And complete, right side to Cook. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, Hurts. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's complete to Mooney. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Here's Hurts to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll run for it. Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field.
And it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. Late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal.
And now on the clock, it's the Vikings. All right, on the clock now, the Cowboys. The Packers are now on the clock. Now we turn to the Panthers. They're on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Falcons on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on. All right, it's now the Vikings' turn. They're up. Okay, next up, it's the Dolphins on the clock. Now the Packers are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? The Jets now on the clock. Let's see what they do. All right, the Packers are now on the clock. The Bengals now on the clock. Let's see what they do. All right, the Dolphins are now on the clock.
today.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. And it's a fumble. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. Now a dump off here complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cook. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Flushed out right. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give. This is Cook. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this one is right through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. 10 3-yard score after 1 here on EA Sports. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Cook, a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, 34 yards. And the Vikings. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in Week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start Week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Forced out to his left. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush range. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll buy some time right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this one is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And quickly, they get to the line. The throw over the middle, taken in. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in Week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now he'll escape to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Here's Chris Jones now. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. K.J. Osborne, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. Flush to his right. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now back to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully active.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. They'll run on first down. Mitchell. Oh, what a move. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, 78-yard. sense that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.
Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida.
A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 13 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bot. Back now on EA Sports at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. It's the Vikings holding on to the football. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this one's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now that...
today. From Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 13 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown! His first touchdown of the new... Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And this will be a Vikings first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Our defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he's going to get this one to the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
They're going to look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 12 yards back, but it's still... A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass is incomplete. This defense for the Vikings, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Rolling to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it go again. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Jalen Waddle, 76 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. A give to Cook out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown! Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. This is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong...
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Micah Parsons. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this returnable for Harris. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level. And
here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out, got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is caught. It's a touchdown. Oh, there's a flag down. All righty, walking this one back. This one's not going to stand. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And complete right side to Cook. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Running for it. Here's Cook. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose...
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. He gets it complete to Harris. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 23. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll buy some time right. Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Gabriel Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He'll find Aguara complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On now is the Packers punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked. On play action, they'll throw. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And some space here. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A huge play there on the screen pass. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
He'll look to throw. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
2nd and 14.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Being chased out left to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today.
And his kick here is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Back to throw now on first down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And here's throws another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So that'll back him up 5. Now the extra point. And this is up. It's through. It extends their first quarter lead to 13-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Mon. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the
throw across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a run with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They go play action here. Mon. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. This defense for the Vikings, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Mon now off of play action. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mond out of the shotgun. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On 4th down, Mond. That's to his running back, complete.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mon. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands, touchdown, Packers.